Hello, my name is Ms. Tran, and I am going to show you mental math strategies for addition. Now, mental math is different from the traditional algorithm in the sense that the students will be using their knowledge of place value and number sense in order to find the sum of two add-ins. So I'm going to show you three different ways. And the goal is by the end of this video and also by the end of your child's instruction in addition, they will determine which addition strategy for mental math that works best for them. So the first one I'm going to go over is addition with place value. So as you can see right here, this student, Sally, she solved 46 plus 23. This is using the place value strategy where they break up their numbers into expanded form, which you see right here. 46 has a value of 40 plus 6. 23 has a value of 20 plus 3. And with place value, they are going to add the expanded form of their tens first, which is 40 plus 20, and they're adding that in their heads. 40 plus 20, which gives them 60. And then they would write the 60 down as their expanded form for the tens. Next, they would add 6 plus 3, which is the ones place, which gives them a sum of 9. And then the ultimate goal is to have the student add the tens and the ones together so that it can be the standard form. So 60 plus 9 gives us a sum of 69. Let's try that strategy with a different set of numbers. So we're going to use that same strategy for these two numbers, 35 plus 62. So the first thing that you would do, and what I would instruct my students, is to look at the first add-in, which is 35. I am then going to write 35 in an expanded form. So the value of 3 tens gives us 30. The value of 5 ones gives us 5. So I would write in a parentheses 30 plus 5. Next, I'm going to put a plus sign to show me that I am going to add the second add-in. Now I need to put 62 in expanded form. The value of 6 tens is 60. The value of 2 ones is 2. So again, I put 60 plus 2 in parentheses. And now I am going to add the tens, the expanded value of tens, plus the expanded value of ones. So my first step would be adding 30 plus 60. 30 plus 60 gives us 90. Because 3 plus 6 equals 9, 0 plus 0 equals 0. Now I'm going to add the ones. 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So I write the number 7 with the plus sign in between. Last step, I am going to put these two numbers in standard form. 90 plus 7 gives us 97. This is addition with place value. Now I am going to do the second mental math strategy. This strategy is the addition with tens and ones. Let's take a look at this next example. Jake was asked to find the sum of 48 plus 26. Jake's method and solution are shown below. So as you can see right here, when we have 48 plus 26, what you see on the left-hand side is basically the tens placed in expanded form. From 48, there's a 40. From 26, there's a 20. On one side will be the tens in expanded form, and on the other side, which is where you see 8 plus 6, that is the ones place. So 8 plus 6 gives us 14. As you can see, we are going to add 60 plus 14. Now, on one hand, you could have your child add 60 plus 14, and they would know it would be 74. But for additions of tens and ones, the idea is to have your child add friendly numbers. And we know that from the number 14, there is a friendly number of 10. The student will add 60 plus 10, which gives us a sum of 70, plus the 4 leftover ones, which gives us a sum of 74. Let's try out Jake's method of addition with tens and ones in our next example. So we are going to find the sum using Jake's example. So I am going to look at 65 and 37. I am going to expand it in its expanded form for the tens place first. From 65, I can get 60. From 37, I can get 30. I'll put that in my first parentheses. Next, I focus on only the ones place. I have a 5 and I have a 7. So next, I would write a second parentheses, 5 plus 7. 60 plus 30 gives me the sum of 90. So I write the number 90. Plus, I add 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 gives us 12. But you know what? From the number 12, I can get a friendly number of 10 because 10 plus 2 equals 12. So the next thing that I will write is the number 90. I write 90 plus 10. This 10 comes from the number 12. Then I would write plus 2. Since I have a friendly number of 10, adding 10 to 90 will be a lot easier. So then I add 90 plus 10. 90 plus 10 gives me a sum of 100. Next, I add 100 plus the remaining 2 ones. 100 plus 2 equals 102. Let's find out how to add two-digit addition numbers with our last strategy. Our last strategy is addition by making tens. Let's take a look at this last example. Jessica was asked to find the sum of 34 plus 89. Jessica's method and solution are shown below. So as you can see, we have 34 plus 89. Like our last example, we are going to write the tens in expanded form. So I would write 30 plus 80 because from the number 34, we get 30. And from the number 89, I get 80. So this is the tens place in expanded form. On the other side is the ones place, which is 4 plus 9. I write that in my second parentheses. Next, I am going to add 30 plus 80. 30 plus 80 gives me 110. Then I add 4 plus 9. 4 plus 9 gives me 13. So from the number 13, I can get a friendly number of 10, which is why you see this parentheses. 110 plus 10. Remember, the 10 came from 13. Plus 3. I add 110 plus 10, That gives me 120. Then I add 120 plus 3. This gives me the number of 123. Let's try this method with our last example in the video. Alright, let's find the sum using Jessica's method. We are going to look at the number 54 and 78. We are going to write those numbers in expanded form. So remember, on one side is the expanded form of tens, and on the other side, the expanded form of ones. 54 gives us 50, and I will write my parentheses. 78, 70 comes from 78. Then I am going to write a second parentheses for our leftover ones. 4 plus 8. Next, I am going to add 50 plus 70. 50 plus 70 gives us a sum of 120. I got 120 because I added 5 plus 7. 5 plus 7 gives me 12. 0 plus 0 gives me 0. Then I will add 4 plus 8. 4 plus 8 gives me 12. But from the number 12, I notice I can get a friendly number of 10. So the next thing that I will write will be in parentheses. Next, I am going to write parentheses 120. Remember that 12 in expanded form is really 10 plus 2. And so I am going to write 120 plus 10 because that 10 came from here. I'm going to scratch that up so it won't confuse me. Then I'm going to add the leftover 2. So I close my parentheses and I add 2. Let's add 120 plus 10. 120 plus 10 gives us 130. Then I will add 130 plus my 2 leftover ones. This will give me a grand sum of 132. So now you have seen 3 different ways that students can add 2-digit numbers using mental math. Which one will your child choose?